Hey guys, what's up? It's Karl here, back with another one, and I've been lucky enough to be using the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra as my daily for the past week now. This is my review of Samsung's latest flagship. There are a couple things to note though. That was not intended. If you're eyeing the Note 20, not the Ultra version, just skip it altogether. I'm saving you guys some time by letting you know it is not worth it. It costs $1,000. It's made out of plastic. It has way less specs than the Ultra. If you're looking to upgrade into the Note series, the Ultra is the only one you should be looking at this year. With that out of the way, let's get onto the Ultra and we'll chat first about the design because that's one of my favorite things and it isn't exactly brand new. We've seen previous Notes look very similar. It's just tweaked slightly to make it look even better this year. The colorway of Mystic Bronze, which is the one that was leaked forever, is my new favorite colorway on a smartphone to date. It's replaced now my second favorite colorway, which was on the Huawei P40 Pro. The satin/matte finish is just super luxe. It helps hide fingerprints. You don't even need to rock a case or a skin on it. It feels very, very premium in the hand. It's nice and boxy. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of boxy designs. Samsung might have overdone the boxiness by adding an extra frame or an extra box on the back, which is the camera cutout. We'll talk about that in a bit though. Let's swap it to the front, which is the display. And I've said this for years, I think Samsung does some of the nicest displays on smartphones. We have little to no bezels. It's got a slight curve to the display, which I know some people either love or hate, but literally the entire front of the phone is all screen. And other than the small little hole punch for the front-facing camera, we've got all display on the front. So 6.9 inches, it is absolutely massive. But just like the main downfall found on the S20 Ultra, if you want to use that 120 Hz, which they market all the time, it's only stuck at 1080p and it's adaptive this time. So when you're browsing through text or looking at, say, photos, it's slightly slower. You can't tell the difference. And once you start interacting with a device, that's when you get the 120 Hertz. Honestly, pick that. You can still choose to have it at Quad HD, but it drops it back down to 60 frames. Not worth it in my opinion. I'd personally rather take a faster screen, lower resolution than vice versa. Which I think is a real shame when you look at, say, the OnePlus Nord. $500 has a base of a 90 Hz display. If Samsung had that over on the Note 20 Ultra, I think a lot more people would stop complaining about it. The 20 Ultra is also the first smartphone that has Gorilla Glass Victus, and across all my smartphones, when I've used them for a minimum of a week, no matter how careful I am, I seem to pick up small scratches on my display. Any phone. The 20 Ultra is the first phone where I can say that hasn't happened. I put it into my pocket, I've mixed it in with my keys. I'm not about to drop my $1,300 smartphone to show you guys. I'm sure you can watch that on any other channel, but just know this glass seems to have held up the best. Let's switch back now to that camera, and it's as big as everyone says it is. It is a huge cutout on the back. It sticks out quite far. It's almost like Samsung decided to stick a third-party lens cap. They've made it at least look nice. You've got some nice beveling around the outsides, but when you place it down, it also means it has the largest travel, especially when you're using the S Pen, which obviously, since this is a Note, a lot of people will. That could get frustrating. To the actual camera specs though, it's actually very similar to the S20 Ultra, so we've got the same 108 megapixel sensor. They've dropped that moniker, the 100 times space zoom like we see on the S20 Ultra. I think that Samsung realized no one really zooms in that far to take photos. You can still get up to 50 times. The camera takes some pretty decent shots. I'll let you guys be the judge. I think it's one of the better cameras on a smartphone. I wouldn't classify it as the best. What I do think Samsung does really well is the video. It still does shoot in 8K, which is still ridiculous. You aren't using that main sensor, so you still are a bit cropped in, but some of the video footage that I've got, it is crispy, it is clean. Currently my favorite device to record video on. And the big upgrade coming to the Note 20 is the reason why you're buying a Note device is to the S Pen. I'm still in the honeymoon phase, so I still use it all the time, but they've now made latency adjustments to the S Pen, so it's now 40% faster or a 9mm response time. So your eye can't actually tell the difference when you're drawing on the screen to what you're actually seeing. So it's actually matched to the Apple Pencil, which I think is saying something, and people that buy the Note, they use it all the time. Obviously, you're paying that extra premium. You use it for art, you use it for jotting down notes. It makes it now more responsive. So it's actually like you're using a pen. Now I don't have an excuse for why my art sucks. We'll save that for another video, but I think a lot of people will love that about the S Pen. You still have all of the S Pen gestures, which I still think are a bit gimmicky. I can never get them to work either on or off camera. The most useful still when you're taking a selfie, you're holding the S Pen Still a bit gimmicky, but I guess there are those one-off use cases. I think what a lot of people actually haven't mentioned or talked about too much, which I think is my personal favorite feature, is gaming now on the Note 20 Ultra. They've signed this huge partnership over with Xbox. You guys know that I'm a huge Xbox fan. You can now play all of your favorite Xbox games through Game Pass on your Note device. And having a screen this size, 6.9 inches, it's almost like it's made for gaming. And it has the latest silicone to handle even the most graphic intensive game that you throw at it. So the Snapdragon 865 Plus, you've got 12 gigs of RAM. You can still upgrade the storage up to 1 terabyte with a micro SD card, 4,500 milliamp hour battery. And even though I've been throwing this to the nines, have been using it a ton, still easily a day and a half of battery life. We still have the official IP68 rating, so it's water resistant. The list of premium features is endless on the Note 20. And for that, you pay that premium price. $1,300, I get it. That's a ton of money. I think you can go either two ways here. You can get 3.5 phones for the price of one. But on the other hand, if you're an enthusiast, if you want a premium device, if you love using the S Pen, it just feels so much better and premium in the hand. One of the best displays that I've seen. I'll put that one in asterisks because I know that I'll get the flamers, but you kind of see where I'm going. Are you gonna go budget, or are you going to ball out and spend the money for the 20 Ultra? I'll let you guys be the judge. Let me know down below what you think of this device. Obviously, it's great. And I'll say it, it's my favorite Android device out right now. I wouldn't say it's the best value. Maybe you could eye the S20 Ultra. I know these will drop in price. It's got pretty much all of the same specs, minus the S Pen, but I might be a sucker for that. I might be a sucker for the Mystic Bronze. I think I just might be a sucker for tech, hence why we've got these YouTube videos. I hope you guys enjoyed, though, my 1 week revisited review of the brand new Note 20 Ultra. Curious what you guys have to say down below, and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next ones or in one of my vlogs. Peace.